Welcome. My name is Troy Wallace. I wish someone would have told me what I'm about to tell you sooner. Today, I'm going to explain something that may completely change how you understand your health. If you struggle with belly fat, low energy, cravings, high blood sugar, fatty liver, high triglycerides, blood pressure issues, the problem is not willpower. The problem is insulin. And once you understand insulin, you stop blaming yourself. Well, let's simplify this. Insulin is a hormone. When you eat carbohydrates, your blood sugar rises. Insulin is released to move that sugar into your cells. That's normal. That's healthy. But here's the problem. In today's world, we eat frequently. We snack, we drink sugar, we eat processed carbohydrates. So insulin never really drops. And when insulin stays elevated for too long, your body becomes resistant to it. That's called insulin resistance. When insulin stays high, the body stores fat instead of burning it. Inflammation increases, energy drops, the liver begins storing fat. Triglycerides rise, and blood pressure rises. Over time, this leads to type 2 diabetes, heart disease, fatty liver, obesity, hormonal imbalances. And this isn't rare. This is common. And it's reversible. Your body operates in two modes, storage mode and repair mode. When insulin is high, you're in storage mode, fat storage, inflammation, fatigue. When insulin drops, you enter repair mode, fat burning, cellular healing, stable energy. You cannot be in both modes at the same time. Healing happens when insulin drops. Most people are told, eat less, move more, try harder. But willpower cannot override your hormones. If insulin is elevated, fat burning is blocked. That is simple biology. So how do we lower insulin? Two ways. Reduce glucose spikes and increase time between your meals. That's it. That's the foundation of our protocol. Let's talk about glucose spikes. When you eat a high carbohydrate meal, blood sugar rises quickly. The higher the spike, the higher the insulin surge. Repeated spikes create insulin resistance. Now, here's something important. In a continuous glucose monitor study, taking balance before a high carb meal reduced glucose spikes by over 30% at peak times. Overall, 2-hour glucose exposure was reduced by over 40%. That means smaller spike, less insulin surge, less metabolic stress. Balance is not a weight loss pill. It is a glucose control tool. And glucose control drives everything downstream. Now let's talk about Unimate. Unimate is a purified yerba mate extract. Research shows it supports appetite control, it improves mood, and it stimulates natural GLP-1 production. GLP-1 is the hormone everyone is talking about right now. Pharmaceutical companies mimic it synthetically. Unimate stimulates your body's natural production. GLP-1 helps improve insulin sensitivity, reduce appetite, slow digestion, support glucose stability. That makes fasting much easier, not forced, but natural. Now the third piece to this protocol, time-restricted eating. Start your fasting period. 16 hours of fasting is perfect. 8 hours of eating. That's 24 hours in the day. During fasting, insulin drops, glucagon rises, fat burning begins. In a clinical trial, daily glycemic variability dropped by 12% within days. Lower variability means less oxidative stress, better cardiovascular function, better metabolic health. Participants also reported improved energy and mood. So what does a metabolic reset look like? Simple. In the morning, take Unamonte while fasting. Midday, eat normally for lunch. Evening, take balance before your heaviest carb meal. After dinner, begin the fasting window. No calorie counting, no extreme dieting, no elimination list. Just lower spikes, create space between meals, repeat consistently. Now, let me tell you what progress actually looks like. It does not start with the scale. It starts with fewer cravings, more stable energy, better sleep, clearer thinking, smaller waist measurement. Weight follows insulin, not the other way around. This is not about cutting carbs forever. It's not about starving yourself. It's about restoring metabolic flexibility. Your body should be able to switch between burning sugar and burning fat. Most people today are stuck in sugar burning mode. This resets the switch. Here's a simple 90-day framework. First 2 weeks, stabilize glucose. Start with a 12 to 14 hour fasting window. Weeks 3 through 6, move to a consistent 16-hour fasting window. Take 2 Unamontes daily, 1 in the morning, or try to replace your coffee with it, and then 1 mid-afternoon. Balance before a heavy carb meal. Weeks 7 through 12, maintain the rhythm. Track waist measurement. Recheck A1C if possible. Give your body time. You did not develop insulin resistance in 30 days. It's going to take more than 30 days to reset it. Let me close with this. Your body is not broken. It is responding to chronically high insulin. Lower the insulin, reduce inflammation, restore flexibility, and the body begins to heal. That is not hype. That is physiology, and it works.